Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, welcome. We're the Garso twins. I'm Carly.
And I'm Britta.
And if you like this video and any of our other videos, we'd love it if you would subscribe down below. We're doing a hair video today, and we actually don't do normal hair videos.
Yeah, we decided it would be fun to compare the Amika blow dry brush with the Revlon blow dry brush. Obviously the Revlon is much more affordable, kind of has like a cult following. The Amika is new to the crowd, but we definitely have some thoughts on the difference between the two, so we wanted to talk about it today with you guys. Okay, so first we just wanted to touch on price so that you have that reference point going forward. So the Revlon, we bought ours on Amazon originally over a year ago, I think.
Oh yeah, like almost 2 years ago.
Maybe, yeah. And currently this one, the black and the pink, is $40.49 on Amazon, and it says you can apply an additional $5 off. So very affordable. We saw it was like more like $60 on Ulta, so I don't know where the price change is coming from, but yeah, Amazon's definitely the cheapest.
Yeah,
but we got ours on Amazon.
And we also, I remember spending around $35. It was very unaffordable.
It was really
very affordable.
And then the Amika hair blow dry brush is $100 on Sephora. So obviously there is quite the price difference, but we think we know why. So,
well, and this one is definitely more accessible. I don't know where else they sell the Amika besides like
Sephora is very accessible.
Well, yeah, but not to everyone. If people want to like see it in person, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like this is sold at Target and Ulta. Like we said, Amazon, so I feel like,
yeah, I guess that's true.
It has more distribution.
So first, I just want to talk about like the visual differences. So obviously I feel like the Amika looks a little more high-end. You have like this matte soft touch finish. It just looks a little bit more sleek because it's all black. And the cord length on this guy is very, very long. I filmed side-by-side clips that we'll get into, but when I filmed it, I like plugged this in behind the couch to film here, no problem. And the Revlon cord is so short.
Yeah, it's
that
much shorter.
I had to like MacGyver my situation to be able to film with it. So I mean, that's not a huge.
This has that coating that all the like high end,
so they don't get tangled.
Put on it so it doesn't get tangled or like bent. This is like the cheap wire that you've seen time and time again. I'm sure.
And then obviously the pink, like we just don't love pink, so not ideal. If you love color, then you obviously like the look of this one more.
It's still like relatively sleek, but it definitely looks more bulky and like cheap than the Amika.
Yeah.
Okay, so first we want to discuss sort of the heat level. We actually can't find like the actual reads on temperature on either of these, but there is a clear difference, and it's the reason we bought the Amika versus the Revlon. So the Revlon gets super hot, and I mean hot. Like when you have this next to your ear, like it is the hottest hair appliance I've probably ever felt, honestly. Even like hotter than my blow dryer.
It's hotter than my blow dryer too.
Yeah, so really hot. The tip does stay cool, but like if you're not careful, like this can really, hurt. So we were both experiencing quite a lot of what we thought was heat damage from this, and we already have like bleached hair, so not a good look. And we had heard that the Amika was much less damaging on the hair, probably due to the less heat being used. Much like how the Dyson people, we have not purchased the Dyson, but people love that because it doesn't get as hot.
Yeah.
I mean, the Dyson doesn't even use heat, right? I don't really know how that works, but it's way less damaging than something like this that is applying like direct high heat on your hair. The Amika, like we said, we haven't found like actual reads on like what the temperature is for cool or low or high. Same on this one. But the Amika, even on high, like just does not feel nearly as hot. It has the same like cool grip top, but even like I've touched this part and it doesn't feel that hot. Like the whole thing just feels way more cool to the touch than this one does.
I feel like that's the main difference between the two, but just adding on to that, another thing I noticed, and again, like I'm going to show the clip after we talk about these attributes and differences, but this one, the Revlon, blows like faster. I don't know, the air,
it's way louder.
It's way louder, but it blows like more air out. So I feel like it's really hot, and then it's blowing more hot air at your hair. Whereas this one is like way more subtle of a blow dry. It like obviously is blowing your hair out, like so you can do the whole curly bouncy
it's still
thing.
Loud. Like it's not as quiet as we've seen people use, like again the Dyson, but I don't know, I feel like this one's way quieter.
It is, yeah. So that's another thing I feel like. And again, like at the very end we'll like summarize all of our thoughts, but I think if you have really thick coarse hair, the Revlon would be fine for you because you probably need a higher temperature,
lot of heat,
more air coming through to actually dry your hair, whereas we don't really need that. So this is just a better option for us, but we'll summarize it at the end. Those were the two main differences, I would say.
Yeah.
And then visually,
well, God, there's so many differences. Like, let's just keep going.
Okay, well, the shape, I don't know if you guys can tell, but this one is slightly more of an oval and less round than this.
Yeah,
so
this is still considered an oval.
It is, it's an oval, but this is a little bit slimmer of an oval, so I find it way easier to like loop around, essentially. Like, I mean, okay, I guess should I go into the video?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to insert the clip. So first I did the Amika side, and as you can see, it basically, like, I was able to do like a full turn in my hair of like multiple times. Like, I can go like this and then like drop it, so I feel like I really get that like nice bouncy like curly end that I want when I do like a quote-unquote blowout at home, which I don't really consider it that. And then on the Revlon side, I feel like it's a little bit harder to get that full turn, so I can only kind of like slightly curl the ends. So you'll see like the before and after at the very end of the clip, comparing the two sides, where the Amika is like way more curled on the end, where the Revlon is a little bit more straight. I mean, overall, I think the Amika leads to bouncier hair, and then the Revlon kind of just like straightens my hair, I would say.
The Amika, I don't know how this works, because it not only like applies less heat, but it definitely feels so much more lightweight in the hand. And then when you're doing it, it feels like there's less air coming out, as Britta said, but somehow the Amika dries my hair better and it makes it way more smoother. And yeah, you're able to get like that bouncy, lightweight blowout feeling way easier than with the Revlon. The Revlon, it just kind of feels like you straightened your hair and you maybe are able to get like a little curl on the end, but it doesn't have that feeling where your hair feels like light and flowy and soft. Like the Amika gives you all of that with seemingly less damage.
Yes, my other thing that I'm hoping you can see in the video, and I don't know, maybe I should just do the clip at the end, because I feel like as we're talking about this, it's such a long clip, so maybe I'll just put it after we're done talking. You'll see it at some point in this video. But I was reading that this has like the tourmaline plates, is that how you say that? And so it adds for like less frizz and more shine to the hair.
Yeah,
and I'm
definitely.
hoping you can tell in the video that this side of my hair is a lot shinier. They both kind of look frizzy because I wasn't able to like fully dry it on camera when I was doing the clip, because you know, I like to flip my hair upside down and do the whole thing, but I was just trying to show you how I use this. So I do think that there was like some, you know, water left in my hair, which is why both sides were a little frizzy, but this side looked a lot shinier than the Revlon side, which didn't really look shiny at all, in my opinion at least. And maybe on camera, like, they both look pretty similar, and like we said, like, they're the same type of tool, so of course it's going to look similar, but I really love like the bouncy appearance that the Amika gives my hair, where the Revlon, like I said, more so just like straightens my hair. And I do want to mention, I rough dry, is that the correct term?
Yeah.
My hair probably to be like 80% dry before going in with this, just because I still don't want direct heat on my head for that long. And I use the Ava NYC blow dryer. I've repurchased it. For whatever reason, that blow dryer like just is way less damaging than other blow dryers I've tried, and it's very compact, so it's like nice for travel too, and it really dries my hair fairly quickly. So I just like blow dry my hair for a couple minutes with that until it's 80% dry, and then go in with this.
Yeah, and the other main thing, or maybe this is the last thing, but if you can tell, the little like prongs on here are thicker and they have like a larger head to them, whereas the ones on the Amika are thinner and they have a smaller, more like ball top head to them. And something about the Amika just glides through the hair so much better than the Revlon. I feel like we're just like crapping on this Revlon, but like it's truly night and day difference, and I want people to know, because you're probably like, why is that one twice the price? But this like would constantly get stuck in my hair, and I didn't mind.
I think in the clip you'll be able to see it get stuck in my hair.
Yeah, like I was like, okay, whatever, like, you know, I think that my hair is naturally so tangled, so I thought that's just why that was happening. But then, I mean, I've used the Amika plenty of times now. We both owned one for like a month, and I have not gotten it stuck in my hair once. Like, it just glides through so effortlessly, and like even through the ends. Like, and now my hair just feels so much smoother, and I can like put my fingers through. So then I'm like, this was just causing like some sort of damage.
But I know why. I think it's a combination of this has better grips. So grips onto the hair, and then it's less air, so it's not pushing the hair out. When I'm using this, I feel like it's so hot and pushing so much air that as you're like putting the hair through it, I mean, I think you can see this in the clip, but it basically like pushes the hair out, so a lot of hair like falls out of it because it's like pushing it away from the barrel. So then you like go to grab it again, and then it's like getting all different sections.
Well, and the little, just the prong difference. Like, if these are obviously thinner, so they're not, your hair's not gonna get as like tangled around them. So even that little change, I feel like made a huge difference.
Yeah. So, okay, and I hope that I inserted enough clips because I want you guys to see the difference. But let me just do a side-by-side here. I'll insert for sure a side-by-side here so you can see the Amika versus the Revlon, so we can summarize our thoughts on this, but you have a visual to go off of. Overall, I feel like for our hair type, which is, I don't know if we mentioned this, dry, bleached, fine.
Yeah, we have a lot of hair, but it's fine. And then it is like fairly straight. Mine's more wavy than Britta's.
Yeah, mine's pretty straight.
And gets tangled easily.
Yeah, that's our hair type. For our hair type, if you have a similar hair type, we definitely recommend the Amika for all the reasons we mentioned. Less heat damage, gives more of that like bouncy effect to at least our fine hair.
Gives more shine.
Gives more shine.
Doesn't pull out the hair.
Highly recommend. If you have thicker, healthier, maybe coarse hair,
or like curly hair even.
Or curly hair, the Revlon will work for you just fine. Like, if you're somebody that, you know, like doesn't really get heat damage because your hair is that thick, then go for the Revlon because you can save yourself some money. But we just want to share our experience with the two, but we're not telling you that this is like end all be all for your hair type.
Yeah, or like, it's not like the Revlon is awful, but we did have to stop using it because the heat damage was just too much. I know we've raved about it in the past, but yeah, like we said, it just got too hot and there was too much damage happening. And maybe in a year we'll be like, oh, you make it did the same thing, but I doubt it because
I don't think so. It's the way we use it. Like I said, we only use it on like slightly damp hair.
And you can just tell that, like we said, it's so much less heat being applied. So definitely worth the money in our opinion.
And I think when this video goes up, will the Sephora sale be going on?
Yeah.
So you guys can get it during the Sephora sale to save some money.
Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this video. We're not used to doing these types of videos, so sorry if it was all over the place.
Yeah,
but if you have constructive feedback for how we can do more of these types of videos and make them better, then let us know down below.